Hi, we are going to present Hershey Internationalization in Australia. Our team members are Claudia, Catherine, Diamonds, Jarfan, Kumar, and Lachlan.
Hershey's Chocolate is an American multinational company and one of the largest chocolate manufacturers in the world. We have chosen Australia as the target market, whereby the Australian chocolate market is projected to surpass 4.3 billion by 2023 due to the growing chocolate consumption, and most importantly, the rising demand for niche product categories. Therefore, the introduction of Hershey's chocolate and the innovative products into Australian culture would further boost the Australian chocolate market. It would be suitable for the American company Hershey's Chocolate to internationalise and operate in Australia, as both countries have good international relations, and the United States is the largest and most significant investor in Australia, accounting for 939 billion of Australians' total foreign investment stock. Australia and America also have a free trade agreement which would ease the process of internationalising Hershey's to Australia. Furthermore, Australian consumers are aware of this well-known and loved American brand. Australian consumers have associated Hershey as being exclusive and not easily accessible in Australia. Currently, the market already has chocolate bars such as Cadbury and Nestle and Kit Kat. However, by entering the new market in Australia with an established name and reputation, it will certainly drive initial sales.
We have set three marketing objectives for Hershey Australia. One, reach new customers by penetrating Australian chocolate market. According to a Ray Morgan report, there are 14.2 million Australians above 14 plus who consume chocolate in Australia. Hershey will capture 5% of 14.2 million chocolate consumers by 2022 in Australia. Number two, Australian market will add extra 1% growth for Hershey international sections in 2021 financial report. The sales revenue of Hershey International was $904.5 million in 2019, and we have set a target of $9 million as a revenue for the first year. This $9 million will add extra 1% growth in Hershey's international sections. Number three, maintain long-term profit for sustainability of Hershey company. The chocolate market in America is saturated overall, so Hershey has invested lots of capitals in countries like Brazil, China, and India to open the factories for their products. The demand and the sales of the Hershey's products in Australia will helps to utilize the resources of those factories efficiently, which will give profits and generate long-term revenue for the company.
For Hershey's 4Ps, it is recommended that for the product, Hershey will not adapt or modify their product in order to enter the Australian market, but will instead use a standardized approach. The main strategy is to keep the novelty of the brand and get consumers excited about being able to readily try and buy this classic American chocolate. This is also cheaper for Hershey's, as they do not have to go through the stages of developing and trialing new product changes. In terms of promotional activities, television advertisements will be shown during 7 to 8 p.m. on free-to-air TV during top-rated shows during the week. The advertisement will highlight that Hershey's is now available in Australia and where consumers will be able to find the products. Sponsored social media posts will appear on Facebook and Instagram, targeting teenagers and predominantly focusing on cinema availability. Hoyts and Event cinemas are the two main cinemas which will be shown in advertisements, enticing teenagers to not only watch movies, but also to do it while enjoying Hershey's chocolate. This creates a link with American culture, as not only is Hershey's an American brand, but going to the cinema is also regarded as a Western American activity. Billboards of the brand will also appear in every capital city in Australia. Major shopping centres are located within the city centres, and if consumers see the billboard and have easy access to a shopping centre where they can purchase Hershey's from, they will have the accessibility to impulse buy the chocolate while they are out and about. Finally, ads appearing on fieldside banners within sports stadiums across the country during AFL and NRL games will be used. For sales promotion, discounts will be given at Coles and Woolworths during times when other chocolate brands, particularly Cadbury, go on sale in order to compete. As well as this, for the first week after introduction into the Australian market, select cinemas will be chosen to do free giveaways of Hershey's chocolate to all those watching a movie. For public relations, Hershey's will do a press release prior to entering the Australian market in order to inform news media when Hershey's will be entering Australian stores, and in order to generate earned media from news corporations and word of mouth. Finally, for personal selling, at specialty Hershey stores, sales representatives will have conversations with customers in order to try to generate sales and build a customer relationship. The pricing strategy will be competition-based pricing. Consumers in Australia will be more willing to try Hershey's chocolate if it is sold at or below a price of a brand they know. Prices will be higher in retail stores such as Coles and Woolworths, and more at cinemas and sporting events. Finally, in terms of distribution, Hershey will operate in both business-to-business models and business-to-customer model. Under the B2B model, Hershey product is sold via Woolworths, Coles, Chemist Warehouse and convenience stores. And under the B2C business model, Hershey will launch its own e-commerce sites to sell its products directly to the consumers.
Financial analysis for Hershey Australia. We have forecast Hershey Australia sales and cost for 3 years. For the first year, the sales revenue will be $9 million. Due to a high advertising and sales revenue, Hershey Australia will have a loss of $1.35 million in the first year of operations. If we have projected the sales will increase at 5% compounding annually, and the advertising will be decreased gradually due to the public awareness. The net loss will come down to $397,500 in 2022. By 2023, the Hershey Australia will be at the break-even point where sales revenue and cost of operating a business will be equal.
The Gantt chart will be used as a control mechanism to ensure the effective implementation of the internationalisation plan. The first year of Hershey's introduction into the Australian market, the external context will be thoroughly analysed and examined. Similarly, objectives and strategies will be devised and reviewed constantly to ensure they're always being achieved and upheld. Throughout the implementation and after the introduction of Hershey's into the market, it will need to be reviewed constantly to determine if objectives are being achieved and strategies are successful or need to be adjusted. This will assist in ensuring the internationalisation plan is being achieved and forecasted costs and sales are correct. In conclusion, the plan to introduce Hershey's chocolate into the Australian market will assist in boosting the Australian chocolate market and expanding Hershey's brand through internationalisation. The plan incorporates a detailed SWOT analysis, most importantly revealing the opportunities and threats of Hershey's expanding into the Australian market, as well as marketing objectives and strategies required in order to be successful. Finally, the plan forecasts the sales and costs, whereby it is revealed by 2023 Hershey's Australia will break even. Therefore, the plan ensures and encourages its successful implementation, revealing the effective internationalisation of Hershey's into Australia.